Hello everyone, Jake Emmer here, welcome back to another stream. Welcome everybody back. Last week we were doing some Undertale and stuff, but this week I'm taking a break from Undertale. And instead we're going to be playing Doodle Empires. If you guys haven't seen this game, it's pretty awesome, it's pretty fun. But yeah, it's been a while since I played this game, but I thought I would do it on stream because I thought, well, there's a lot that gets cut out in the videos. Now, I've done like, I think 2 or 3 videos on this game. Maybe just 2, I don't know. But I have done a little bit on this. Okay, maybe it was just 2. Or 1. I don't remember how much, but I know stuff got cut out of this game because there was a lot going on last time. I don't remember. Basically, this game, there's just a lot in it that I kind of get cut out because there's just so much I do and stuff. But anyway, yeah. Do they have... What the heck? Why does this look... Oh, okay, use the scroll wheel to access all of these different maps and stuff. Okay, that was a little odd. Ah, okay, so they changed the menu up a lot. Okay, they have a ton of maps in this game. So anyway, yeah. It's been a while since I played this, but I thought, why not do it on stream? You guys get to see the full experience, and then maybe I can make a video out of it or something. But I don't know, I just thought this could be kind of fun. We're gonna redraw the world, so we're probably gonna go on the Earth map here. Oh dang, I didn't real. Oh damn, we got colors now. Oh, that's sick. We've got colors. It's been a while. Everything was black and white before. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, we got all these different, Appalachia, North Sea, Oceania, West Africa, South Asia, Pangea. Pangea, the entire world smushed together in just one big clump, pretty much. But yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do the Earth map. So yeah, it's been a while since I played this, but this is a very fun game. I really like it. It's very cool. We're just gonna leave everything default. I don't know what Baron names is. Is that like a new thing? Fort range, age, line. Okay, yeah, this is all different stuff. Fort strength, new leader. There's a lot of stuff in this game, but here we go. I thought this could be fun. So welcome, guys, to Doodle Empires. Okay, the coloring. Okay, I thought the map would be colored, unless that's like a side setting I have to turn on mid-game or something. But, oh yeah, we still have new drawing sizes. So we got much bigger, much smaller shading options. So welcome to our new world. This is our beautiful new world. Oh wait, there we go. We can use the top terrain mode to see all the terrain and stuff. Okay, fort mode, faith mode, origin mode, and just the normal political mode, which we'll probably use for pretty much the bulk of everything. Let me move my mic here. So welcome everyone to the Earth that we are making. Our first nation. Glorious nation. Okay, first, let me think. I'm gonna start down here in the Middle East. If you guys want to suggest country names and stuff, be my guest, because I'm not gonna be able to come up with everything on my own. We're gonna start with a nice, like, kind of greenish blue here. We're gonna call this country the OGs. These are the OGs. These are the original people who are settling in the Arabian Peninsula down here near the Red Sea. Yeah, these are the OGs, guys. These are the first people. The first of humanity. A large nation that settled on the rivers Tigris. Are these the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, or are those over here? I don't know where they are exactly, but they're on these rivers. On the Saudi Arabian Peninsula. This is a very big empire right here. The OGs, they live in the hood. Pause. I don't know what I'm saying. Alright, the OG's leader is Boudica. Traits, the great desert nomad. Oh my goodness. I don't know why that's funny. Origin is the OG. Okay, oh my goodness, this is gonna be pretty funny. Okay, great expand. So the story of the OGs, they were the first people of all of human civilization. They were created by God first. Well, basically in this world we've created, they were the first people ever created. They just got plopped down in here on the Arabian Peninsula for no reason. And they're just going to take the whole Arabian Peninsula. They knew about oil before oil was even useful. This is so far in the past that they didn't come up with oil technology. They don't know how to use, they don't have engines. They just but they know how valuable oil will be, so they cement their legacy now. They're gonna get some of this coast in the Persian regions. They're gonna get some of this coast by Egypt. I think the OGs, Age of Conflict. Okay, it doesn't matter. The OGs, yes, they're going to expand to the Nile Delta. I think they'll stay towards the eastern part of the Nile. They're in denial, bruh. I don't know. I don't know. There's not really much to do here, but they're gonna stay kind of like on the eastern coast. They're just the OGs are expanding. They're just expanding. Another day, another victory for the OG, taking down the sweats, the imposters among us. They're very colonizational people. Oh, and they're gonna split. All right, we're gonna get Egypt in here now. The great Egyptian lands. So it is the war of eight of I don't know. I'm just gonna come up with some numbers. This is the war of no wait. Let me think. Of 3,294 AD, when Egypt rises from the OGs, they decided to split from them, and they are taking the Delta. These people were oppressed. These colonists weren't getting enough food out here. They weren't getting enough delicious Mr. Beast burgers, so they decided to take over Egypt. Dang, they're getting so much of this territory. Oh, dang. So we're going to have little pockets of rebellion. These are the people who are furthest. They were able to send messages across the coastline over here. Dang, the Egyptians, they're taking the Saudi Arabian Peninsula. I think, you know what they're going to do, too? They're going to move up through Israel up here around this area. Dang. They're taking down all the coast. Yep, they're taking, like, all of this. Dang. How are the OGs going to retaliate? They're going to build a castle! Amazing. They're going to build a city of Fortnite. This is Fortnite Castle. Fortnite Battle Pass. And they're going to expand. Okay, so they're going to... You know what they're going to do? Yeah, they're going to expand back in retaliation of the Egyptians. But the Egyptians, in return... They're going to unite! Dang! Dang. So the... Okay, so you know what? There's a peace deal. I'm going to... Bolkai, the isolationist desert nomad leader, decided to have peace. He didn't want the wars anymore. He didn't want the constant... And they're going to build a new city. They're going to build Cairo, Egypt, right over here. A tale of two cities. Cairo and Fortnite together. And then, yeah, the Egyptians, they're gonna just keep building out. They're gonna maybe just keep sort of just the entire river here, because the river is the most important part of this world. The river is the lifeline of everything. The river is the life juice that holds it all together. So, what are they gonna do? Small split! Dang! Okay, this is gonna be... These are gonna be the sweats. The sweats. So the OGs then became sweaty tryhards at the Fortnite. So they're going to take over Fortnite and this entire region. Yeah, okay, the Fortnite, the Sweat Rebellion. What is this lore? They're going to take all this old coastline back. Dang, the Sweats, what are they going to do? They're going to expand. I think the Sweats, though, they're going to be at war. We're going to have little pockets of sweaty uprisings, little rebellions and attacks, enclaves that are all stretched throughout the territory just to show the damage that they're doing. But the leaders are also going to suggest that they move into the mountains. Okay, guys, they're going to move into the mountains. They're going to move in here. This is the year 3,544 BC. They're going to move up through these rivers and stuff, through into kind of like Anatolia. They're also going to try and take Cyprus. Yep, they took Cyprus. The Sweats took Cyprus. But the Egyptians, they're going to expand. They're going to fight off these little uprisings. They're even going to push in to the Sweats' territory. They're going to nearly get the river, but they're not going to get it. They push them back. The Sweats push them back. They get some more of these uprisings, but there's still too many. And the Egyptians take a little bit of this coastline because they need that trade. They need that beautiful, beautiful desert trade. They're going to take that. But then the Egyptians are also, there's also like this little group down here. They're just moving down. Dang, and another split. All right, we're going to get Sudan. The people of Sudan, they're just gonna literally just cut this entire bottom part of the map. They're just gonna cut this in half. Yeah, the people of Sudan, they're just gonna have that. I'm not gonna give them too much. I kind of like just having Sudan like that. The Egyptians, they're not going to I think the Egyptians will take a little bit of Sudan back, but the Sweats are more of a threat, so they're going to go in there. They're going to take down the Sweats a little bit. They're going to get back this peninsula and the Saudi Arabian coast. They're going to try and move up, take down these rebel outposts. They're going to move into Sudan a little bit, into the desert a little bit, try and get some of this coastline, get some more power. I think the Egyptians, they're going to get, all right, they're going to get this. Then they're also going to get Cyprus back and some more of this coastline. Cut off the Sweats. They're going to take all the pockets of rebellion have been crushed. But I don't know if there's going to be peace. The people of Sudan are down here. How will the Sweats retaliate to their uprising? They're going to have a split as well. Dang. I think these are the Persians. These are the Persians. I think the Persians were Egyptians that they were Sweats who like followed this, or they were Sweats who followed like the initial uprising, but then they thought, nah, fam, we're good. We're going to make our own thing out here. So they're going to, yeah, the Persians out here. And they're just going to kind of take all of this mountain range, all of like kind of Persia, Iran area out here. And the Sweats, they're going to expand back into their territory. They're going to fight. Okay, this is the war of 3,442 AD. So there's constant wars right now, guys. There's constant uprisings. The Sweats are now focused more on the Persians who betrayed them. They betrayed them. And then we also have Qatar down here. They're going to get Qatar. The Egyptians are going to kind of ignore them for now just because, like, there's this other threat. Actually, no. No. You know what's going to happen? So the Egyptians now seeing that there's this threat, they're going to expand more into the Sweats territory. They're going to take over. They're going to get back Qatar during the Battle of Qatar in 3,442. They're going to move up. They're going to try and get the capital, but they can't. The Sudan people are going to build a castle. They're going to build... they're going to build the city of Orpus. The city of Orpus. After the great leader. I didn't realize that their leader was Constantine. Forest dweller. Okay. Well, Constantine had a wife named Orpus. We're just going to go with that in the lore, okay? Constantine built the city after his wife. So the leader of the Sudan people in this world, Constantine, built a city for his wife, and he's going to build a city for himself. Constantine, the city. Not Constantinople. We're not there yet. The Egyptians, after about a year of fighting, are going to move in. They're finally taking Fortnite, guys. They've taken Fortnite. The Sweats can no longer stand a chance. So the Egyptians are going to, like, get to the doors of the battlefield. The Egyptians are, like, going to come in here in this big, massive onslaught while the Persians are fighting the Sweats. And the Persians, in the meantime, are going to take the Sweats. The Persians and Egyptians have a deal. They're going to split up the territory of the remaining Sweat lands, and the Persians are going to move further east. The Egyptians... Oh, but the Egyptians have a small split. Dang, I think, Saudi Arabia. I don't know how to spell all this stuff, so don't get mad at me, guys. I don't think that's how you spell it, but whatever. So, Saudi Arabia has now been formed. I think this is going to be like a Sudan colony that got a little too powerful. Yeah, the Sudan people tried to, they sent some people in to try and persuade them to join the Sudan people, but these Saudi Arabians, they remember their heritage they remember the olden days of the OGs that used to be in this world. So they want to take it over. The Egyptians are for now fighting like two fronts. Oh, they're going to unite though. The Egyptians are going to unite with the Sweats. The Sweats know they're against the wall. The Persians, okay, the Sweats and the Egyptians and the Persians, guys, they had like a little deal here. So they had a little deal where, the leader Yel and the leader of Egypt, Bolkai, still alive, still here. But this guy, Yel, he said, you know what? You can have them, the Sweats. We're going to move further east. Oh, but they're going to have split too. Okay. Casanova. Don't know why I'm coming up with that for the name of this country, but dang. So we're going to have, I think this is going to be like a rebel group. The Orange Rebels. So in this made-up language, in this made-up country, these Orange Rebels, the Casanovans, have taken over the Persian access to the Caspian Sea. And the Persians, what are they going to do? Well, they're going to come back at them. Yeah, they're gonna take them back. But the Egyptians are kind of dealing with the big Saudi Arabian thing. Oh, they're coming up with a religion. Their religion, the Egyptians' religion is now magic. They just worship magic. Ancient magic, bro. That's not how you spell it. Magic. They just worship straight up magic. They don't have any, like, real belief, and everybody knows that that's silly, so, bro. Oh, we're gonna get another split here. I'm gonna do Yemen. This is crazy. Like, no new nations yet. Everybody's kind of stuck down here in the Middle East. It's just kind of funny. Yemen down here, they're gonna start forming up. I think a lot of these, too, with the splits in the lore of this new universe, is that it's all these people fighting. What's Sudan gonna do? Sudan's gonna expand. I think Sudan should take this coastline, and that's about it. They're just gonna kind of move out into this mountain region. I like the shape they've got here. It's a very odd, but very unique shape with the borders here, and I kind of like it. It's very, very, very unique. The Egyptians, they're not doing so. New leader. Olath, the great desert nomad. So he usurped the other dude. Yeah. He usurped the other guy. Hang on, guys. I accidentally messed up my stuff. No, whoops. But anyway, back to our story. The Egyptians are also going to find a new religion again. Okay, they're this time. So, okay, new leader came in. He was like, no, I don't like this made-up religion, you guys. I don't want to worship magic. I want to worship, the new religion is the Tun Sohor. Tun Sohor. That's their new religion. They saw Italian brain rot in 2025 and decided that was the religion. Oh, Saudi Arabia. I don't know where the city of... Where is Baghdad in Iraq? I think it is, but we're gonna make a city castle here. Aria Math, the Minecraft song. That's the city of Aria Math, bro. Wild. New nation, finally! We got a new nation. Okay, so amongst the world, we're now gonna have, let's actually do Turkey. Yeah. So the Turks have, basically taken over all of Turkey over here. So this is like, and this is a new nation, so they're not going to have any origin to the OGs, to the OG human race. No, they're just kind of out here chilling. This is like a different set of people. They've kind of just done their own thing, the Turks. Yeah, and they're going to take over there. So the Egyptians now finding out that there's this new nation, they have to quickly expand their territory. They're going to take over from the Orange Rebellion in Persia. And I think the Persians are going to get mad from that because that was their former land. So the Persians, in retaliation, are going to take back some of the Orange rebels that they can, but also move a little bit into the Egyptians. So now the peace treaty's over. It's the year 4,000 or 3,200 BC. Ooh, Persian's going to split, though. I think, this is going to be the... Al-Weeb. These are the Weebs. The Al-Weebos. I don't know what I'm saying. Making something... The Al-Weeb rebellion. Oh, no, there's... Dang, Persia's getting carved up out here. I don't know. We got Pakistan kind of near here, so let's do, like... Pakistan. The Pakistan is just gonna just kind of be formed down here. Bro, Persia's getting mauled out here. Egypt is still doing very well. Ooh, never mind, though. I think we're gonna do Oman. Yeah, Oman. So we have Yemen down here, and I'm gonna have Oman. Yeah, two nations down here, both on the coastline of the Egyptian Empire, the former Egyptian Empire. I keep forgetting about the Saudi Arabian people as well. Oman's also going to get Qatar, which could cause problems later. What's Saudi Arabia going to do? Never mind, new nation. Let's move out kind of like up here. All right, guys, next nation. Next nation we're going to do. Let's do, I'm trying to think of some memes and some funny stuff, bro. AI brain rot. So this is the AI brain rot people. They live by this lake. Let me think. Let me think for a second. I'm gonna have to look. Oh, bro, I don't even have my phone with me. What the heck? I need to look at and see what kind of brain rot memes I should put on here. What are some of our newest brain rot memes, guys? I gotta open my meme app just to see. I mean, we've got some good ones. I'm trying to think of a good, bro, bro, this year has been, oh, I know what to do. This is the nation of 6, 7, no, no way I couldn't do that. Gosh darn it. Large expanse, 6, 7. Oh my goodness, guys, 6, 7. Oh, what's wrong with me? I'm so brain dead. It's the nation. Oh, dang, Greece is also splitting up. We're gonna make, big boys. These are the big boys. They didn't want to be part of the Turkey anymore. They want to be a bunch of big boys out here. I don't know. Coming up with the random nonsense. Sudan! What's going on, Sudan? Never mind. We're never gonna find out. Oh, we got Pakistan and stuff. Oh, you know what? We're gonna have to do, make Afghanistan, I guess. We have Pakistan. You gotta have the crazy mountain region that, you know, no one can basically take over because it's so crazy over there. Afghanistan. It's a little weird blob thing out here. Okay, we have a giant Afghanistan out here. No one is conquering them. The graveyard of empires is formed. Pakistan's adopting a religion. They're going to adopt the Sahor religion. Awesome. Awesome. What's the terrain mode looking like? Okay, it just shows you the terrain. I thought that would show you borders and stuff. 6, that's so brain dead. How is my boy Egypt doing? They got the they have second to most castles. Age of conflict. All right, we're gonna get some wars going on. Yes, sir. Okay, I think the Egyptians, yeah, they're just gonna basically just kind of steal the rebellions from the Persians, and they're gonna take, yeah, all the Persian rebels are gone because, well, the Egyptians took those people out. Pakistan's getting a city. We're gonna call this Hot Lady Harbor. Don't ask why. There's just a bunch of hot ladies at this place. No one knows why, but everybody goes there for spring break. I don't know what's wrong. Okay, I'm joking. Yeah, and Pakistan's gonna take over Persia. Saudi Arabia, they're gonna expand into Egypt, and they're gonna just ignore kind of, maybe take a little bit on accident there. They're gonna have some little territory discussions, you know, while they conquer Egypt. So Egypt is bleeding from the center, all while they're trying to expand out into Persia. But then the Egyptians are gonna fight back, and they're gonna take the city of Ariamath in the process and cut off the Saudis from the coastline on both sides. Okay, maybe they're just gonna kill them all straight up. Is Saudi Arabia gonna die to Egypt? It might. It might very well. Let me just get in there. The Egyptians have no quarrel with Oman. Actually, Oman's also good. Yeah, you know what? The Egyptians are gonna have a little deal with Oman that, you know what? They'll let them. Yes, the Egyptians said to Oman, take the rest. You could have a little bit of Saudi lands that we conquer, and you can have all of Yemen. We won't touch Yemen. You can have all of Yemen as long as you leave the rest of the Saudis. And Oman was like, sure, fam, we'll take that. And in the process, the Saudi Arabians, they're going to build another castle. They're going to build the last stand stronghold out here. This is their last stand. This is the last city they can take. Can they survive? No, they will not. The Egyptians will immediately just overthrow that government, and that castle is basically just being known as a fool's hope. So the Egyptians in this process now go back and turn to their old rivals, the Persians, and in a sad way, Persians are now gone, destroyed by so many rebellions. They have now left, reincorporated into the Egyptians once more. I think the Egyptians, too, are probably going to move into Afghanistan. I mean, that's not a good idea. The Turkey, what's Turkey doing? They're going to expand back into this rebellion out here. The Big Boys Club, whatever that was about that I came up with. I think the Turks, they're going to take Cyprus, and they're going to start, guys, they're going to start moving down the coast, start trying to form the Ottoman Empire. They're getting some power-hungry ideas. They're moving into Greece and stuff, out towards Europe. There's nobody out in Europe yet, but they're moving there, the Egyptians. Okay, there's no religion. The religion, they're still following the Tun 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 Sahor religion. Okay, I think Sudan. What should Sudan do? Yeah, Sudan's just gonna keep moving down the coast. Get these kind of weird, but or not the coast, but these rivers. They're gonna have little communities and settlements, and I think they should probably take some of these Egyptian lands down here on the coast. These lands are very weak and dying, and the Egyptians kind of really haven't touched them in a while, so Sudan's just gonna kind of grab them. Oh, but Sudan's gonna find their own religion. They're gonna find the religion of love. They're gonna love life, man. They love life so much. They're so happy. They're gonna take this island and this island. They made a little deal with Oman that they could have these two islands for trading purposes in the year 3099. They're gonna kind of move down here and take down this coastline here. I think the Egyptians now are they've been around for a very long time. I think the Egyptians, they're gonna stay with the religion they have, but I think Pakistan's gonna start moving in. They're not gonna move into the Egyptians. They're gonna move into like the kind of this area here. You're like sort of India and stuff. Yeah, they're gonna move over towards India, I think. Just kind of take these mountains. They're gonna get a little quarrel with Afghanistan too. I think they'll have some battles. Nah, you know, they'll have a war. In the year 3089, Pakistan and Afghanistan are now at war. It's mostly like just a border dispute thing. Pakistan making rounds, kind of taking some land from the Afghans, but they're going to come back and retaliate with a big attack, a big assault, cutting them off from Egypt. But I think the Egyptians in the process, yeah, the Egyptians in the process will be more upset with, ooh, union though. I think Egypt should unite with Oman. Yeah, they had a good relationship during the Saudi Arabian uprising takeover, and I think they're just gonna, yeah, you know what? I think Egypt said, you know what? We'll easily get you Yemen, but we'll also get you all that old coastline. Just work. We should work together, yeah, because I think Oman also doesn't like Afghanistan encroaching on this territory here because they liked Pakistani trade. The Ottoman oh, okay, I accidentally clicked on my stream setup, guys. I'm sorry. Bruh. I keep accidentally clicking over there. That's wild. Okay. Okay, back to the game. So the Turks, they're going to expand more kind of like into this Egyptian land in these mountain regions and stuff. They're also going to move more towards Europe and stuff, the Balkans. The Egyptians aren't like too worried, but they're starting to get more worried after this coastline. They kind of take back a little bit here towards the near Cairo. Not a war, just they said, hey, stay back. 6-7 right there. No one touches 6-7. The Egyptians gonna move in in Afghanistan. Does that mean we'll get a graveyard of empires? Who knows? Pakistan's also gonna move. They're gonna move more eastward, I think. Yeah, they're gonna move more towards India. Get all these nice rivers and stuff. Get into the mountains here. Yeah, they're gonna move out. Just really get all this mountainous region. Sudan, what's Sudan up to? Sudan's going to expand more in the desert. Yep, fill in those borders. Fill in those borders. Yep, nice. The Turks. I think this is their moment to shine, guys. Ooh, build a castle. They're going to build Istanbul because we already have Constantine. Hello, Happy Beach Bum over on Twitch. We already have Constantine. So, and this is the Ottomans. We have Constantine, not Constantinople. Right now, oh, actually, no, now I'm gonna do it. Constantinople. It has to be Constantinople. So Constantinople has formed in Turkey. We got Michael, the leader. He's the divisive desert nomad out here in Turkey. Oh, it is split. I think we're gonna get Greece now. Yeah, these people are going to be the Greeks. They're going to start forming out here because they were like, you know what, Turkey? Stay back. You stay back over there. That's as much as they're going to take. They're not greedy. New nation! All right. I think it's time. We did someone else. We got 6-7 out here. We're just going to go to Japan. Let's do Japan. So, on the complete other side of the world, in this magic timeline we're making, the Japanese people have formed somehow. They're going to just basically chill out here the entire time. Not do anything, not bother, like, anyone. And they're just going to chill out here with all these islands and stuff. Bruh. There we go. There's Japan. Actually, should this be... Okay, this maybe be a Japanese empire. Not the World War II type, because that, a lot of messed up stuff back then, but this will be a different... This is just the nation of Japan in this magic timeline in the year 3000 BC. We have hit 3000 BC. The Egyptians are still trying. They have the most castles. They're building more. I'm trying to think of other cities I can do. Isn't Iraq somewhere here? We're going to build Baghdad, I guess. I don't know. Baghdad. Just randomly. The Turks, what are you guys doing? Large expand. All right, this is it. After many years of waiting, the Turks have finally decided to just full-on assault Cairo. They have now made a full-on invasion of the northern Africa coast that the Egyptians have. Age of Unity. Okay. So the Turks, they're gonna find a religion. They're gonna find the Ottoman religion. They love Ottomans. They love Ottomans. The best piece of furniture they consider. They consider them holy. They love Ottomans so much. So, yeah, the Turks are also... This is the Battle of Cairo. Guys, we're about to have the Battle of Cairo in the year 2998. Union, though, first. They're going to unite with the Greeks. Take them over because, yeah. And in the year 2997, Cairo fell. And so began the slow and steady decline of the Egyptians. Cairo was one of the last cities held by them. Afghanistan realizes their weakness, moves in. The Sudan people realize their weakness and begin taking the coast once again, but this time it's not just the Saudis. And it's going to be mainly the Turkish people. Oh, new nation, though. We got Japan over here. I think we should just have China. Let's just have China. I'm sorry, joking. All right, we got China out here, guys. So now we got Japan and China. They're chilling. They're neighbors. They're friends. I think Asia's going to be pretty chill, except we're going to get like a big giant China at some point that then starts, you know, doing crazy stuff. But for now, back to the Middle East. Dang. Okay, Turkey's going to... No, they're going to keep their religion. I don't want them changing religion. I like that they just have the Ottoman religion. They're spreading their love of Ottoman furniture throughout the land. They love the Ottomans so much. They're going to move down the coast. Oh, and they took the city of Aryamath as well. Aryamath has now fallen to the Ottoman Empire. They're still of the Ottoman religion. They love Ottomans. The best piece of furniture to them. The Egyptians, in retaliation, will instead unite with who? 6, 7... No, I think the Egyptians should unite with Afghanistan. Yeah. They're unite with Afghanistan, which is going to make Pakistan really mad. And instead, Pakistan is going to adopt the Ottoman religion because they were a different one, but then they realized the Egyptians could not be trusted. They could not follow the law of Tun 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 Sahor correctly. Dang, split in Pakistan. I think we're going to just make India. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I kind of want India down here, and I feel like, I mean, India and Pakistan are rivals, so India is just going to kind of be down here. They're going to start forming up this region, and then now, there we go. Now we have India down here, and they're going to kind of just move in. These are people who are not at war with Pakistan. These are, and they're not going to unite with anyone. I don't want them to. The Indian people, they're just going to move down into the Indian Peninsula because they don't want to deal with the war of Egypt and Pakistan and the Ottomans. They're done with the Middle East. They're sick of it. Dang! Ottomans and Pakistan are going to unite. Now Egypt has 2 enemies on either side. They're going to unite! No one. I'm not going to let them unite. That's not going to happen. Yeah, okay. So from the east, Hot Lady Harbor has been taken. And from the west, the Turkish people are going to build a castle. They're going to build Cyprus City Casino Town. You can gamble here. It's legal. In the Ottoman religion, there's nothing against gambling. Ooh, small split, though. Okay, maybe Pakistan will come back now. But they'll still follow the Ottoman religion. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna bring them back. Pakistan comes back. So these people, yeah, maybe after they built the Cyprus, yes, Pakistan does not like that they built a casino, so they're just gonna kind of take back what they had. They don't like casinos that much. I don't know. They don't like casinos that much, guys. Who knows why? Yeah, they're gonna take all of this former land that the Ottomans basically united them with. They don't want that anymore. They don't want that going on. But Pakistan will still be taking down Egypt because they don't like them still. Egypt, I think, Age of Division. Is Egypt going to start splitting? No, they're going to expand. They're going to try and take back against the Ottomans. They're going to secure Baghdad for safety. Cairo has fallen. But the Ottomans are going to move down the coast. They're going to take Sudan lands, and Sudan is now kind of mad. Sudan's probably pretty mad here, right? But they're not that mad because they have the religion of love. They have so much love that they don't care enough. Ooh, they're gonna split. Ooh, they're gonna split. Let's make. Isn't Ethiopia? Yeah, we're gonna have Ethiopia. Have her. Ethiopia. So these people, they've been living, dealing with Sudan's empire for a while, but they're kind of done with it. They're gonna just let them chill. They're not. This is gonna be like a peaceful split. So this is like a disgruntled group of people who eventually persuaded the government to let them be free in the year 2700 BC or something. I don't know. Small split amongst the Turks. We're gonna have Greece come back because, oh, why not? The people of Greece do not want to deal with war. They want to be free. So they're going to chill there. But the Turks are they're conquesting. Oh, never mind. Another split. I think we're going to get Carthage out here. Nice, beautiful Carthage. These are the North African tribes in this world who were once part of the Egyptians but decided to kind of just take these lands out here, become nomadic hordsmen. Never mind. We're gonna get Einstein. What is this Diddy blood doing on the calculator? Is blood Einstein? Don't ask. Don't ask. Egypt. Small split. There we go. Here we go. The factions are starting to arise. Egypt is crumbling. It is crumbling before us. Lamanto. We got Lamanto. Another little nation in here somewhere, just random. These are random pockets of people, uprisings, paid for by the Ottomans. Different peoples, nomadic. I think, yeah, these will just be random nomadic tribes that had uprisings paid for by the Ottomans. They paid these people to go against their Egyptian rulers. Random tribe. Yep, there we go. We've got the Clausens. The Clausen tribe. In the deserts of Arabia down here. Last stand stronghold. These people are down here. They're gonna chill and stuff. Just different uprisings and random territories down here. Egypt, what are you gonna do next? New nation! Never mind! We will not find out about that anytime soon. Let's go and make Poland. We gotta make Poland, guys. We love Poland here. Poland. Let's go, Poland. Poland. So after all this, we have Poland. The greatest Poland that has ever been Poland. Basically just the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth out here. They're chilling. They're all the way up here doing nothing. But oh, no, they're going to split. Okay, and we're going to get Lithuania now, I guess. Yep. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, sadly, could not last that long. Dude, look at this map, bro. We're getting so many crazy... What's going on with Japan? It's been a while. Found religion! Yo! We're gonna give them ninja magic. Ninja magic. That's their religion. They have that weird random ninja magic you see in all those movies where they just straight up do magic sometimes in shows. Anyway... The Egyptians, it is the year 2000, was it just 2000, it's 2007, it's 2000, we're gonna say it's 2654. The Egyptians have decided that maybe they should make a new religion called, They're no longer Tun 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 Sahor lovers. They are now trying to think. They're now 6-7. But the actual country of 6-7 said, we don't like that. They get a new leader, Katrina. Never mind. 6-7 is just there. Okay. I'm actually just gonna make Siberia out here. So instead of Russia, we're gonna have Siberia. Big old Siberia out here. The winter tundran peoples of the north of Japan. They don't bother anyone. They just kind of chill out here a little bit. Ooh, they're gonna build a castle though. The Gulag. They're gonna build the Gulag from Modern Warfare 2, guys. The Gulag. It is infamous. The infamous Gulag prison. I'm not gonna let them. I'm not gonna have a split with the Siberians. They'll chill. Egypt, though, I think Egypt should kind of die now. They had Minjanv, Isolationist Jungle Explorer. He's like one of the few people still from the OG's religion. Oh, but the Egyptians, they're going to expand. I don't think they're going to fight any of these rebels. They're going to instead fight the Ottomans because they're more mad at the Ottomans. But the Ottomans, in retaliation, just take those lands back. Egypt is still falling. They're going to unite. Egypt is going to unite with Laumanto tribe out here. The Ottomans, enraged by this, are going to build a castle. Swag. Corner castle. Why not? Because it's in this weird little corner hook thing. Corner castle. Then they're going to expand towards Corner Castle, take Crimea up here. But then, in 2581, the invasion of Baghdad is beginning. The troops, the giant Ottoman horde. It's moving in, guys. Oh, and there it is. 580. They took Baghdad. It took a year for them to make their assault on Baghdad. Egypt is running low on supplies. We've got Carthage out here. They're going to unite with this tribe, Einstein. Pakistan is still out here doing stuff. They're going to adopt their religion. They're going to adopt the old school Tun Sahor religion. They have to. They have to. Or, oh, I guess it's too late for them to adopt the ninja magic religion, but they have, you know what? No one's made contact with Asia yet. No one's made contact, but yeah, Pakistan, they're gonna take these Egyptian lands out here. No one really likes Egypt anymore. They've been around for like 1,000 years or something, so they've had their time in the sun. Ooh, Ottomans are gonna. Nah, I'm not gonna let the Ottoman. I'm not gonna do that. See, sometimes with this game, I do like you can kind of skip certain cards, which I kind of like because there's sometimes when I don't want certain things to happen. It's like I want my own little narrative to kind of form here. I just like that there's this big Ottoman war in 2000. This huge onslaught. Yeah, this is like a huge Ottoman onslaught to take everything. Ottomans have now founded another religion. This time, they're going to form the Turkic cult. No one knows what that's about. No one wants to know. There's still some nations who follow the old Ottoman ways. And people are mad that they have now formed this new Turkic cult. Maybe it's from their new leader. We don't know, guys. We don't know. Michael. It's the same guy. It's the same guy still. The same guy. He's going mad with power, guys. He's getting pretty old. He's been around for a couple centuries, maybe. I don't know. In this game. They're going to take these Sudan lands that have been there. Build a castle. This is going to be Ramath Port. We got Ramath Port down here. Sudan, what are you doing, Sudan? They're still going to be the love religion. They love life so much. They just love life, guys. They just love life. Carthage. Carthage is going to just keep going along the coast of Africa. They're going to chill out here. I'm just going to chill all the way out here. Just kind of like normal Carthage things. I think India should expand eastward more. Yeah, India's going to keep getting inland more. They're just going to keep moving out towards the east. New nation, though. New nation. We're going to make Britain. Great Britain. What's the Brit? Do. Okay, we got the British out here, guys. They're gonna start call. Okay, you know what? You know what? The British, They have just formed a nation. Small tribes have just formed a new nation of Britain. And they're going to sail the coast. They meet up with these Carthage people. They say, hey guys, what's going on out in the Middle East? We heard about all this stuff. It took a while for messages to get to us because of the freaking year 2300 or something. It's turn 139, bro. That's the year we're in. Actually, maybe I should go by the turn counter. Yeah. Maybe it's the year 139. So I don't know. The British basically found out there's a bunch of crap going on. So they're like, hey, we're going to do our colonization thing in Africa because no one's in Africa. So yeah, the British are now colonizing Africa. They want Africa, guys. So we got British colonization. Meanwhile, Egypt is dying. The Ottomans are not going to split. I'm not going to let them do that. Yeah, they're going to expand. So the Ottomans are still taking over Egyptian lands. They're taking down the coast. They're going down here to Fortnite. They've already claimed Baghdad. Egypt is falling apart, guys. Egypt is falling apart here. They're gonna get Fortnite very, very soon. Ooh, find a new religion. They're gonna export the ideas of the Turkic cult even more. That's not how you spell it. Turkic cult. This is a cult. We don't understand why it does this, but it does. The Turkic cult. They're very dangerous. Nobody likes the Turkic cult because it's a cult, and they're very scared of it. They're very scared of this cult, guys. Oh, New Nation. Oh. I didn't realize that I was on New Nation. Oh, I thought it was Found Religion again. Okay, I could have made a New Nation. Oh, well, it's fine. Not a big deal. And there we go. Fortnite has been taken in 174. Or 147. Fortnite is gone. We no longer have Fortnite, guys. India is now here. They're just taking out all this. They're going to take over Sri Lanka. They're going to have all this stuff down here. They like that. What's China up to? They've done nothing this entire time. Okay, expand. Yeah, we're going to get a nice big old China out here. They're going to kind of just keep expanding into these regions along the rivers and stuff. You know, using the rivers for farming and agriculture. Japan out here is going to keep their ninja magic because they really like that ninja magic. But the Chinese... Chinese are out here. Yeah, they're just going to keep moving that way. I think once we make contact and borders touch out past the Tibetan plateau, that's when a bunch of stuff's going to go crazy. Because then everybody's going to find out that, hey, there's Siberia, there's all this. I mean, Siberia out here is just chilling. They're doing nothing out here. Oh, dang. They're expanding and stuff. They're expanding on the hills. They're expanding on the hills of the Siberian wasteland. These are a cold, tundra-loving people. The Siberian people. They have the frickin' gulag out here. Which, I think in the lore... guys, I think in the lore, right? The lore of this crazy world I'm making. Basically, the Siberian people have this gulag, this infamous prison, that only a few Japanese sailors have heard of. No one goes near the people up here. Oh, dang, a split. I think we're gonna get Taiwan. We're gonna get Taiwan. And China is not gonna like Taiwan. So the Taiwanese have now had a split here. They're gonna take some coastline, too, and some of the Philippines. So not only are they, you know, getting the island of Taiwan, but now they're, like, right next to China. And China's like, really, fam? So this China, and this is an old China, too. This is year 156 China. They're not super crazy about Taiwan like they are nowadays and stuff. But, yeah. So this China's just going to take their lands back. Taiwan's kind of mad about that. But they're not going to do anything because we got New Nation. Let's see. We got Poland. We're going to have to do Germany now. It's got to be done. We've got Germany, guys. No jokes about Germany. Okay, we got Germany out here. This is old World War I style Germany with Prussia and stuff, although Prussia does not exist. This is a very big Germany. Very big Germany. The European nations are being formed. Poland is getting bigger. Poland is reforming the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Very beautiful. Very amazing. And the Turks are still at war. Oh, dang! Okay. The Turks are going to unite with this tribe, the Clausens, down in here. So they have just spread into the heart. Yeah, and the Turks, they're going to connect. They're going to take Last Stand Stronghold as the end. They're going to take it. In the year 161, the Turks take last stand stronghold as a salt in the wound of Egypt. The Sudan people, what are they going to do? I think Sudan's just going to straight up take over some of Egypt. They're like, you know what? Why not? Why not, guys? Egypt going to keep expanding? Yeah, they are. They're gonna somehow move out into the desert and try not to die of, you know, heat stroke. We got the religion still, Turkic cults, keeping that the way it is. What are the British up to as well? I keep forgetting about that. Split. The British are going to split. We're gonna get Ireland. Let's go, guys. We've got Ireland. All right. Now I got Ireland. Just that's it. That's the amount of split I'm willing to do for the British. We just have Ireland there. New leader, Germany. You got Tana. You're gonna get a new leader. Large expand. Is this Germany getting a large? Okay, we've got big old Germany taking down Italy. This is more like the Holy Roman Empire if they have Italy. And this is definitely more like the Holy Roman Empire. So someone tell Germany that, you know, they're not going to be Poland haters. This is a different type of Germany. Oh, and the Poles are going to adopt love. They're going to adopt the religion of love because they love love. Let's go. Yeah, and the British are doing their British thing. They're just taking out Africa. Nobody knows they're doing this either. I think the thing is, like, nobody knows that the British are, like, a thing other than the Carthaginians. And the Carthaginians are just trading with them down here, kind of like near Gibraltar and stuff. They're just like, hey, guys, what's going on? They don't know that there's this extent. And then, you know, Carthage going to take some of Spain up there. They're going to get more of northern Africa. The Turks and the Egyptians have been at war for so long, but there's going to be a union with Greece. The Turks are going to reunite again with Greece and establish a foothold in the Balkans. The Turks are now establishing their Balkan foothold into Europe. The Europeans are now officially, like, pretty now, like, they know a lot more about the Turks now than they did before, because before they weren't connected. Now they're all touching borders and stuff, so they know each other a lot better now. This war is going on. News is traveling throughout the world so fast now. There's stuff happening. The Turkish Empire is taking over all of this. Egypt is dying. They've been around. They're fighting back a little bit as much as they can, but the Turks are just too strong, guys. I just think the Turks are too strong. They're just taking everything back. They're taking all of this, basically. Pakistan out here as well. They're also taking some of Egypt because they've had a rivalry for many, many, many years now. And India's out here as well. Ooh, India! India's going to unite with someone, guys. They're going to unite with Pakistan, actually. After all this time. Dang! And there we go. No religion now either. Okay, so India has just said there's no more religion. You're not following Tun 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 Sahur. That's an old, dead religion. Stop with your brain rot. And you know what? I think they're going to end the war. They're going to make peace with Egypt because they kind of want to keep taking down India, these luscious greenlands in India. Well, there's nothing but desert in Iran and stuff, so... We're gonna yes, a split. I'm kind of glad we had a split because now Persia has returned after so many years of being gone. The people in this region, this Persian region, made a deal. They pleaded to the Indians who reunited with they pleaded with the Indians who united with the Pakistanians. Say, please give us land. Let us be free. Help us fight the Egyptians. And so they let them, I guess, you know, they gave them arms and stuff. And the Turks, they're totally fine with Persia because, hey, Persia isn't Egypt, and Egypt is like the big threat to the Turkish people. So, another new nation. We're going to do... Now, Australia's going to have to be British at some point, guys. I think we'll just do, we'll do Spain, actually. We'll do Spain. So in this time, Carthage is trying to take stuff, but we got Spain out here. So Spain is going to start forming down here. Out of some Carthaginian people and stuff. Take some of this southern region, some of these islands. And that's the extent of Spain. Europe is growing. Not like crazy, but it's growing. It's getting there. We're getting more and more countries and stuff here. The Turks are still at in a massive, crazy, stupid war with Egypt. They're still trying to take over all this stuff the Egyptians had. They're just trying to get it all. The Carthaginians are out here building a castle. They're going to build New Carthage just right over here. Or they're just going to build the city of Carthage. Not a very clever name, but whatever. Sea of Carthage, boom. What should the British do? Age of conflict. Can the British keep expanding? Union! Yo! Britain and Ireland are gonna unite. Let's go! And they're gonna take over the entire Irish island there. And keep getting more of Africa! Let's go! Turkey. Turkey's gonna, yeah. So this war's been going on for many, many years now. I'd say like good almost 100 years of this Turkish war against Egypt. Egypt has been dying for a very long time. No one really likes Egypt anymore because they don't really do anything. They just kind of sit there and just kind of be barely alive. So the Persians are going to also take all this stuff down here. They're going to get all of this. The Turks, they're like, they don't really want the Persians, but they'll allow them because there's no more Egypt instead. And the Persians are also going to move up towards 6-7 up here, guys. 6-7. Yeah, they're going to kind of come up here towards 6-7. Take some of that nation. The Indians. India. What's India? Oh, small split. I think after some peace, Pakistan has reformed. We've got Pakistan again. Hello, bro music. Hello, mate. What's up? All right, after some peace, India has now had Pakistan reform. They've taken Hot Lady Harbor back. They've taken, I repeat, Hot Lady Harbor back. Pakistanians have now gone here because, I don't know, just reasons. And, yeah. So it also is cool. It shows the age of our countries. So, like, the Turks are very, very old, but Egypt is one of the oldest nations in the game. So is Sudan. Sudan and Egypt are the two oldest nations still. I do like that they show that with the turn and the age. It's a very cool feature in this game. I think Turkey's going to officially destroy Egypt now. They are now, like, they want to get rid of them. They just want to get rid of them. Carthage. What are you doing, Carthage? They're going to keep expanding North Africa. There's so many countries now. I'm starting to lose track. Like, we got Japan over here in China and Siberia. Like, this game can easily, guys, this game can easily just spiral out of control. But it is very fun to just kind of come up with all this crazy lore and stuff. So, yeah, we got the Siberian wasteland people. These people, again, they have one thing. They're known for one thing, and that is the most brutal prison in the entire world. But only, so far, it is still only known in the Eastern Hemisphere. Nobody knows about it over here yet because they haven't connected yet. But dang, China's going to have a split. I think they're going to make the Jin Dynasty. We're going to start having warlords out here. We have a Jin Dynasty out here in China. Frickin' Chinese warlords are now taking over the area. And boom. Taking right next to Japan and stuff. Japan, seeing this weakness, is going to retake some of this coastline that was gone. They're also going to just take over Taiwan. Taiwan hasn't really done anything. Japan's going to also get some of Korea out here. And for all we know, Korea might form its own thing. China. Ooh, another split. We're going to make Zhongzina. The Zhongzina tribe has now taken over the south of China. China is now officially in civil war, guys. Chinese civil war out here. Okay, yep. The old China is now taking out the Zhongzina family and some of Japan. There's like a four-way war going on. The warlords splitting off from China are fighting China, while Japan fights all of them. Dang, another split here. Mao. Moa. It's Mao. The Mao clan. The Mao clan has taken the north in this pocket. Well, Japan just sits here getting new stuff. Okay, a new nation, guys. I think it's time. It's been inevitable. We're gonna have Russia. Actually, no. We're gonna have the USSR. The Soviet Union has formed, the USSR has formed, communism has officially spread to our world in the year 203. They don't like anything that's going on in the Middle East. They're like, these people in their freaking weird, goofy-ah kingdoms, they don't even know. They don't even understand. Oh, and the Soviet Union has already split. Okay, people immediately did not like the idea of communism. Can't blame them. We're gonna make Belarus, actually. I don't know how to spell it, so Belarus is gonna just be here now. Belarus, sweet. Turkey, what are you doing, Turkey? You're probably the biggest country by far. I think it's time for Egypt to fall, guys. It's been so long. Dang, and Egypt has fallen. The Turks are moving into Sudan. The Turks are moving into Carthage. Can anyone stop them? It will be Poland. Poland on a crusade. Poland has called upon a crusade. We need Germany to become the Holy Roman Empire as well. So the Germans and the Poles are on a crusade to free the Holy Land. That's right, guys. We are going on a Holy Land crusade. They're fighting the Ottomans. They freed Cyprus City. No, and Poland's splitting. Why is Poland split? Okay. I'll make Croatia down here, actually, I think. Yeah, I think the idea is that maybe some of these Balkan regions are getting their independence. Yeah, the Balkans are getting their independence. That's why they're splitting. They're not splitting due to animosity. They're just because they're freeing them. New nation, Romania. Watch your wallets, guys. It's Romania. Romania is just going to form in this big cluster down here. They're going to have Transylvania, as they always like, and all that. Blah, 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 blah. Here we go. Romania has now just formed in like this USSR kind of territory. As the Crusades are now going on, Poland and Germany are doing their thing. Adopt the religion. Germany is going to adopt the love religion. They're also going to be love the Holy Land. Well, soon it'll be Catholicism. At some point it'll be... Okay, I need a new religion for Poland because I want to give them Catholicism and have the Holy Roman Empire pretty much soon. Dang, here we go, guys. The Crusades... They're moving in. They're moving into all of this Turkish land. They're going to retake Constantinople in 212. They took Constantinople, guys. They did it. They're just going to keep expanding. They just keep expanding all of this Turkish region. And then eventually if they split, they'll just have new countries form up. They're not splitting because, you know, rebels. They're splitting because they're giving people their freedoms back. The Turks have this huge, giant craziness. Oh, a union, though. I think... Ooh, who should Turkey unite with? I think Turkey should not unite with anyone. I think they're kind of alone right now. Persia's chilling. Persia's going to expand into the Pakistani region. They're kind of more interested in 6-7 up here, I think. Yeah, they're more interested in 6-7 and junk. India, down here. They're also still doing their conquest of the Indian Peninsula down here. We need the Tibetan Plateau to connect to China because no one knows about what's going on here with China. There's like this whole history for the last like 100 years. No one knows about it. China is still fighting these rebel groups. Found a religion. I'm gonna find the Enlightenment. They have enlightenment. They have realized how to be enlightened in this time. They have gone through so much war and civil war that they have found a new religion focused on enlightenment and peace or something. I don't know. Fighting all these freaking crazy warlords and stuff. And in the process, China has now just grown bigger. And I think they're going to keep going out to Tibet and stuff because China is going to eventually connect, and we're going to have the Oriental Road, and then Europe is going to find out stuff. Oh, dang! India. We're going to make Sri Lanka real fast. This tiny island was getting neglected, so they want their independence. Boom. Sri Lanka is now on the map. Japan, what's Japan doing? Ooh, split, too. I think it was time. Korea. Not North Korea or South Korea, just straight up Korea. They're taking this. They want this land. Korea wants this land. I'm just gonna give it to them. This is just all Korea now. The Siberians are also gonna keep making their way. It's just a nomadic place, really. Poland, how's the crusade going? Oh, Poland's gonna build a castle. We're gonna build Warsaw right here. Let's go. Got Warsaw. Poland, let's go. So they have now had Warsaw. We've got Poland out here. They've been around for a little while. Okay, new leader, new leader, new leader. Okay, I guess Poland's going through a little bit of a revolution. Maybe. I'm gonna get Bulgaria out here. Bulgaria, big, beautiful Bulgaria. Bulgaria is going to get Constantinople and stuff, and kind of all of this, and just some of this down here. It's not huge. They're getting their independence, right, during the Crusades. Like Germany out here, finding a religion. They have Italy. They have they're now Catholic. Even though, really, this would probably be more Protestant, if I'm going to be honest, Germany. But because they have Italy down here, they have now formed the Holy Roman Empire. Soon, this will no longer be Germany. This will just be the Holy Roman Empire. Actually, I probably should just name it that, because at this point, they really just kind of have become that. And now they're going to spread their religion of Catholicism across the Middle East now. The Turkish cult will soon fall. The Poles loving Catholicism because at their heart, they know that that's what they want to be. They know that's what's right. They're going to basically just invade Belarus now. Spread ideas. Poland will eventually adopt Catholicism at some point. They don't know how they're going to do it yet, but they're going to do it soon. They're going to get rid of the Soviet Union. Poland is making a crusade into Turkey. The Turks, they're kind of not paying attention to this. They're too busy in Baghdad and Fortnite and Cairo dealing with random peasants and stuff and all that kind of junk. Meanwhile, the Crusades are spreading the good idea. And then, boom, Cairo gets taken by the Germans in 234. Poland is now out here. They've got boats in the Black Sea. They are now taking the coast. They're taking Corner Castle. Poland is taking Corner Castle and the rest of this. Okay, and now I think at this point the Turks have realized, oh crap, like something's going on. So I think they're going to start moving out towards the Caspian Sea. They're going to start taking this. They need to expand their lands, but they're also going to retake some of these Polish territories. They're going to push back. The Turks are going to make a landing inside of Croatia, scaring everybody, taking back this. They're going to take... They're not going to take Constantinople. It's too fortified, but they're going to take Crimea. They're going to take all of this out here. And then this is where we get the epic plays. Carthage, do your thing. Carthage, watching all of this, has just decided no more. And they're going to steamroll. Boom, look at that. Carthage is now taking over the Turkish lands. Union! Dang, Carthage and Spain. Carthage and Spain have united. Let's go. Poland, what are you going to do, Poland? They're going to build another castle. All right, we're going to build Budapest. Budapest out here. Down here, I should say. Okay. Poland is also going to expand and retake these lands that the frickin' Ottomans are taking. They don't like the Ottomans. No one, or the Turks, the Turkey. Adopt the religion. Germany is staying as Catholic, which they will soon be the Holy Roman Empire, but Poland would like to become that. So Poland is fighting out in the Black Sea. Poland's fighting in the Black Sea, and they're going to try and make their way to the Caspian Sea. Meanwhile, Germany's going to keep moving inwards to further in and stuff. Okay, they keep getting new leaders and stuff. Adopt the religion. Dang, Bulgaria is going to become Catholic now. Yes, Bulgaria has now come to the light. Poland, will you do the same? No, Poland is going to unite with Romania. Nice, Poland, come on. Okay, never mind, union again with Poland. I guess Poland and Bulgaria are going to unite. There's just a bunch of uniting because of what's happening with Turkey. What's Turkey going to do, though? Turkey's going to find a religion. They're going to, I don't know. I think Turkey's just going to, they're going to just stay the red, the Ottoman. I mean, or not the red there. We're going to do the darker red. The true cult of Turkey. They've doubled down. They've doubled down on their cultish ways, which is why no one really wants them to be around. But the Turks are going to start moving. Large expand. Oh, shoot. Oh, wait. I think the game bugged out, guys. Oh, no. That's not good. Oh, no. How do I save? Wait. Okay, let me save and then quit. World. That's where we're going to save it as. World. Cool. Okay, let me go back to desktop and then reload in. Hang on. I feel like that just kind of happens when the game's gone on too long in a single setting. It just crashes, so yeah, but it's all good. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. It's gonna be all right. Load game world. All right, here we go, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Back to our beautiful country land, our beautiful world we are making. We are making such a beautiful world, my children. It is a world of happiness and peace. Psych, it is a world of war. Oh no, did the game actually crash? Is that it? Oh shoot. No. It actually crashed. No. Refresh. Okay. Okay, I refreshed it. Okay, you can refresh the cards. Good. Thank goodness. I thought the game crashed. Where are we? Okay, we're gonna go back to China. China, he's gonna unite. China and Korea will unite into bigger Qing Dynasty China. This is the Qing Dynasty, like the big 1800s China now. They're gonna make their way across Tibet. They're making their Tibetan campaign to make contact with the mysterious people of India. And now, boom! India and China have now come together, and now trade can spread across the Orient Express. We now have the Oriental Roadway, and people now know of Siberia and the Gulag. The British. It's been a while since the British have done anything. Alright, can they, medium expand? Yeah, the British are just gonna keep taking Africa. Oh, yeah, British just taking all of Africa now. They are taking Africa. Union. I think the British and the Carthaginians reached a deal. The Carthaginians realized the British are actually pretty powerful. Boom. Oh, split. Never mind. I think the Spaniards don't want to be British. Yeah, the Spaniards are like, bro, guys, did you actually just sign away all our freedom to these freaking British people? Nah, fam. So the Spanish are now back. Again, they are going to basically just have just Iberia like they normally do. And that's kind of it. Germany has been here since 100. Germany's going to unite with Poland. Crazy, I know. But they're going to unite. And in this union, Catholicism has spread even more, and instead of it being called Germany, it is now the Holy Roman Empire. That's right, guys. They only needed Poland. They were both two countries who loved the world so much. Boom. The Holy Roman Empire is now formed. Boom. Look at that. Holy Roman Empire in a glorious campaign to finally take down Turkey. Turkey's been here since 223. Or no, they've been around for 223 years. Whereas these have been around that long. Sudan has been 245, though. Sudan's been around for quite a while. And they're just chilling. Sudan's just chilling down here. They don't know what the British are up to. No one really does. The British are just doing their thing. Although they did hear about what happened with Spain in the uprising, but now the British are conquering Africa. They're conquesting it. They are conquesting it. New nation. I think we're gonna get France. We should probably get France in here finally. It's been a while. We haven't had France. France. Yeah, France is gonna show up in here. They're gonna take that from Spain in a mutual understanding. Boom, France. France is now formed. Sweet. The USSR has done nothing as well, but they're gonna split. No, I'm not gonna let them split because I don't really have any ideas for anything. I'd rather them just kind of get bigger and move out more towards Russian areas and eventually get to Siberia and stuff. The USSR is out here chilling. Siberia, they're just I gotta give Siberia like all of this horrible Siberian wasteland out here because, you know, I want them to have it. It's Siberia, bro. They gotta have the name and everything. Because eventually they will unite with the Soviet Union and form full-on Russia. There it is. Okay. Siberia and the USSR have now united. Somehow, despite being like an entire length of the world apart, they have now united as one. Maybe there was a Siberian diplomat who made his way all the way across the Oriental Way. And they're going to split. So now instead we're going to get Russia. Normal old Russia. The Soviet people decided, you know what, we're not going to do communism this time, but we're not going to be Siberians. We're Russians. I don't know, fam. So we've got Russia now. Sweet. I mean, not sweet, but new nation. I don't know. Vietnam, I guess. We could just do Vietnam. Nam. Vietnam's just down here. Yeah, they're gonna chill down there. China, still pretty big. Ooh, there it is. There it is, the small split. We're gonna get Korea back, I think. They've been gone for a while. And I think, yeah, they definitely want all of this peninsula back. And maybe even some more of this Chinese region out here. They kind of Kind of want this back. Oh, I forgot there's still, like, rebellion chunks. We got Japan expanding. Yeah, Japan, I feel like they're going to kind of just take some of this. That would have been Russian. That would have been there. They're going to get the Philippines. Japan is just kind of moving southwards into these warmer climates. They kind of like it. You know, it's kind of nice out here. Tropical. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. They're going to get some of these islands and stuff. They're making their way across the sea into Malaysia and, you know, all these South Pacific countries and stuff. India. Never mind, new nation, and we're the best nation saved for a little while into this video. It's gotta be the USA. Let's go. We got the USA, guys. USA. America, America. God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Let's go, guys. We have the USA, and of course a small split. So now we're gonna have to make the Confederacy. Wow, that's so fun. I didn't want to do that, but whatever. The South is formed up, guys, already. Immediately the South is formed up. Can the USA destroy the South? Yes, it can. Let's go. USA, USA, take down the South. Please do that. Oh my gosh, I'm not doing another split. Just USA, just take down the Confederate States. Okay, sweet. Look at this, guys. We've got the USA forming. We've got the USA forming. Let's go. So, I don't know. Maybe the British sent a colony and they just decided to become the USA, not USSR. I guess South Africa can go down here somewhere. Because we're getting too much. It's just getting too much. It's getting too long. There's too much happening. There's too much happening. The Turkey is still a thing. We've got frickin' Persia from like 1,000 years ago or something. A couple hundred years ago. Iran is forming. The Persians are having uprisings. The Middle East is again in turmoil. Who could have guessed that? 6-7 is still here. Pakistan is moving in on Persian lands. China's out here doing Chinese stuff, whatever that means. They're doing Chinese stuff. I don't know what that means, but they're doing it. They're just straight up doing it. Finding religion. Jade. They like the jade stuff. They like it a lot. Dang. All right, here we go. Communist North Korea is forming. North Korea. And they're just going to have kind of the borders they would have nowadays. That's it. Like, there we go. North Korea right there. Boom. North Korea. Even though there's, like, a lot more Korea. Origin diverged. Dang! North Korea split off from Korea. And then Korea was like, get out of here. We're not going to even acknowledge that we used to be Chinese. And North Korea, are they going to do another? Oh, it would have been cool if North Korea did origin diverged as well. But they're just going to kind of take all this stuff in retaliation. South Korea, or just normal Korea, is going to unite with North Korea. They're going to become brothers again. And they're going to say that their origin is once again Korean. This is the origin mode. So we can kind of see, guys, real quick. It's been a while. We're on turn 289. This is the origins. So we have the French out here. Great Britain. We've got the USA. Of course, the OGs are some of the last countries. Let me see the political mode. Okay, so there's quite a few who are the OGs. All of India is a part of the OGs. We've got AI brain rot is 6-7. Like, out here, a lot of these countries are kind of fine. Although, the Russians are now Siberians. And the German... Oh, that's cool. So the origin mode shows different. So now, because I call it Holy Roman Empire, but their origin is still German when they united. Interesting. You can see, like, the Turkey is just in the Turkish regions. Faith-wise, we've got the Ottoman religion still out here. 6-7 faith out here. True cult of Turkey there. We've got the Jade religion, and we've got ninja magic out here from Japan. Love from down here, and then and then we got Catholics. And the terrain. Here's the terrain. Fort mode. What does the fort mode show? You got all the different castles and stuff, the nations. What's the USA gonna do? Adopt the religion. USA is just gonna become Catholic. It's somehow spread to the USA, which we're They're totally chill with the USA. Was just like, yeah, we like that. Let's just do that. USA. USA. We're going to get all of this out here. Pennsylvania and stuff. USA is just expanding all out throughout here. This is a big old USA. Big old USA. They might get Canada in this world. They probably would because they're unopposed pretty much. The British aren't doing anything over here. The British are more interested in Africa. They like diamonds, bro. The British like diamonds. I think the Brits, they're gonna hear about the jade religion from China in their trade routes, and they're gonna say, sure, why not? They don't like the Europeans that much. They don't like Europe that much in general. They're also going to take South Africa back because they're just like, nah, you guys don't get to revolt from us. I think the British should also get some colonies down here near India. Should get some of this like in Malaysia and stuff. Or was it Burma? Yeah, Malaysia and Thailand and all this. Here we go. Yep. Bangladesh. The British are making their way to China. They want those sweet opium plants. They want some of those sweet they want some of that sweet opium out here. And then tea and stuff. The British need their tea. The British desperately need their tea, so they're definitely going to take over here. More of Africa, because why not? It's the British. They have to get Africa. Dang, small split, but I don't feel like doing that because I don't feel like coming up with anything right now. I'm too lazy right now. The British are still just a conquering powerhouse. I feel like they're going to end up becoming the biggest nation by the end of this because they're just doing so much colonization. Like, we got all this colonization in India and stuff. Do you guys think the British will conquer India? Who knows? They very well might. They very well might. I got another new nation. I think I'm going to make Greenland. Greenland's just going to be white. Strip. Just got Greenland out here. Beautiful Greenland. Just taking over all of this. Just big old Greenland. They have nothing but this just horrendous mountainous region. USA, what are you going to do, USA? We got a union. The United States is going to get even bigger, guys. Dang. I think the United States should unite with, 6, 7. Boom. The US now has a Central Asian foothold in the world. 6, 7. They have united somehow. All the Twitter people... Elon Musk went over there and showed them Grok AI and all the brain rot you could make with it. And the brain rot people were just like, oh my goodness, we need to join your country now. We're not doing a split because the USA is too good for a split. Oh my goodness, another split. Okay, you know what? Never mind. The 6, 7 people just decide to revolt. 6, 7 is just revolting now. They want to be their own thing, 6, 7. Okay. The Russians, what are the Russians up to? Just getting bigger and chunkier out this way. It's been a while since we gotten any castles too, which is kind of funny and odd. I think the Russians are also going to take some of this Turkish land because the Turks have been around for a while. They're kind of waning their power. What's going to happen? Split. There it is. Okay, I think Qatar is going to come back a little bit out here. Yeah, Qatar. They were here a long time ago as a part of Oman in ancient days, so they're going to kind of just take a lot of this back, but they're not going to be super aggressive. Just, again, this is just like the weakness of the Ottomans. The British are also coming in here now because why not? It's the British. They do their thing. British colonies. I think the British are finally going to go touch Canada as well. Yeah, they're going to start getting Newfoundland because they heard about this big old USA ever since the 6-7 acquisition, and they're like, I don't know about that. Iceland as well. Boom. Amazing. Beautiful. Just there. The Holy Roman Empire is still so beautiful and glorious. Formed out of Poland. Formed out of everything. Holy Roman Empire is still doing their campaign. Yeah, I think the Great Britain. Oh, let's go. We gotta have London. Great Britain is like doing their conquest just because they want to do their conquest. But they know that they can't really fight the Holy Roman Empire. It wouldn't be right. Union with the British. The British in India. There it is. They have acquired India. The British have now acquired India. We have British Raj out here. In the heartland. Right here. British Raj. British Raj is now a thing, guys. They have done it. They have conquered all of this. The British have now officially become the world's biggest empire. Does this show the land area? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't even come close. British have so much land right now. The US does as well, but they're just not as big. Ooh, Union, though. I think the United States is going to acquire Iceland. Oh, I should have given him Greenland. That would have been pretty funny. Let's see. We're going to do freedom for the USA as their religion. The United States is now officially the religion of freedom. They love freedom so much, guys. I think I'm going to make... I think I'm going to make Norway up here. I'm just trying to come up with stuff. I mean, we're going to have Norway. Just some more, like, random countries and stuff. Got Norway up there. Europe is getting pretty evolved. There's still conquests. The year 325. We're still having Middle Eastern conflicts, crusades, but the crusades are winning this time around. The Ottoman Turks, the Turks, they're just kind of pushing into Sudan, but now we've got the British. So the British are kind of saying, hey, no, we're going to start taking Sudan out here, and you as well in the process, because the British, they're just so powerful now. The British are finding their own religion this time. They're going to form the religion of, I think, just Church of England. So they're now the Church of England. King Henry VIII has just showed up and declared the Church of England as its own thing. And I think, again, still, I think, yeah, the British, they're going to take the historical cities and the historical lands of freaking, the historical lands down in, Sudan and stuff. They're cutting off the Ottomans. The Ottomans are starting to bleed dry. They're no longer a thing. The Holy Roman Empire is still kicking strong. They're still kicking strong. We've got Sweden out here. If they get a religion, it's going to be IKEA. So we got Sweden out here now forming. I think these European nations are able to form now because the Holy Roman Empire is doing such a good job of keeping those the Turkish cults away. They're not allowed to be down there. Russia's also up here making problems. They want the Caspian Sea. It's Russia. They're just trying to expand. After, let's see, 298 years of existing, Turkey's, like, collapsing now quite hard. Yeah, the British are the new contenders in the ring of conquest. They've taken Rameth Port. They're going to start taking Sudan. Ooh, split, though, in the British. Nah, the British are still they're too good to split just yet. I think it's just not time yet. But the Chinese are also expanding their land. New nation. We're just going to make Tibet, actually. We're going to make Tibet. The mountain Himalayan tribes in Tibet. They're going to live out here in these mountains because why not? I think, yeah, no, you know what? I think Tibet's fine to chill out here. China will just kind of take what's left over of the surrounding areas, but everyone's going to leave Tibet alone because Tibet's a very, very, very peaceful people. No one wants to really mess with Tibet. We've got China out here, new nation out here as well again. We're going to just make straight up just some random Kyrgyzstan. I'm going to make just some random, like, countries that exist and stuff and make some really funky borders. I want to make some, like, weird small countries, I feel like. I feel like that could be kind of fun. Just some very bizarre small countries that don't make sense. Like, inside the 7 and 6-7, there's just freaking Kyrgyzstan. But then maybe there'll also be some other country, who knows? We got Russia. Got too many big giant countries. Oh, we got a great expand, though. Dang, the Russian conquest of Siberia is happening. Russia's getting pretty big now. The Holy Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Empire, what are they going to do? They're going to stay Catholic. I'm not changing that. Oh, wait, does it show... Wait. Does it show... Wait. Oh, does it only show the age of the religion? Oh, okay, so there's a difference between the politics and the origin as well. The age, yeah, like origin OG people are like... Okay, so it shows the different ages of things. And does it show the ages of the castles, too? I don't think it does. Okay. Back to the game. Sorry, guys. All right. And like I was saying, so the Holy Roman Empire has now claimed Baghdad. Boom. And the British, in the process, are also taking stuff. The British are just like, again, they're kind of just here. Church of England is staying. Church of England is staying. I want the British to... okay, they're building a castle. Sweet. All right. We're gonna make Horn Lighthouse on the Horn of Africa. Horn Lighthouse, because it's on the Horn of Africa right there, so they gotta have a lighthouse right there. Enough with the splits, game. Give me some other things. Medium expand. There we go. I want the British to keep getting bigger. More British stuff yet. Britain's taking Sudan. They're even taking Ethiopia, because Ethiopia's been here way, way too long. We're doing nothing. I could probably do new nations too that aren't necessarily splits in here as well. I think for the Holy, well, maybe not yet, but soon I probably could start doing that. Actually, yeah, let's make some more weird countries. I'm gonna make, Tajikistan. Just some weird, just some really weird countries and stuff and funky borders. I want funky borders because it's kind of funny. Got 6-7, Tajikistan, or Turkmenistan, I think, or Kyrgyzstan I made. No, it was Kyrgyzstan. And we got frickin' 6-7, as I said. We got little enclaves, disgusting little enclaves, and weird borders, just really bad borders up here in Central Asia. But these people, they've kind of come to an agreement. There's roads and stuff that allow them to get to place, so no one really cares too much about what's kind of funky border they have. I think, yeah, Turkmenistan kind of curves around the 6 and 6-7 in this weird kind of way there, and that's literally it. That is literally it. Russia, he's going to adopt the religion. Dang, I think Russia's going to be Catholic. Yep, they're going to be Catholic. Dang, Catholicism is spread is all throughout Russia. New nation, again, okay. Turkmen. I didn't do Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan. All right, cool. Now I've got another funky nation. They're gonna, yeah, Turkmen's gonna have a border right inside the 6 and 6-7. Right in here, all this crazy funky border nonsense. They're gonna have this little thing there. They're gonna have all this down here. Oh, these borders are gonna be really weird, guys. Oh my goodness, this is not a nation. This is just an exclusion zone at this point. They're gonna keep this river right here. Just stay inside the river. And then they're also gonna get this lake next to the 6 and the 6-7, and also border Turkmen or Tajik or Kyrgyz, whatever, Uzbek, I don't know, one of those Stan nations. They're gonna get all of this. Turkmen is a very odd shaped nation right now with enclaves and junk. They're gonna have other countries are also going to be infected here. They're gonna border here. They're gonna do all this. This is weird. I think that's good. And also at the top of the 6 and 6-7, they're also gonna have all of this up here. And then curve and meet Russia, because why not? And just kind of poke around in here a little bit. There you go. There's my horrendous borders right there. What are the British up to? Small split? Nah, it's still not time yet. I don't think the British are going to split in this playthrough. Founding religion, still the Church of England. They still have not changed their ways. I don't know what I just did. I guess I clicked on adopt the religion and I didn't realize it or something. It didn't show the card. Okay. British are expanding though. Yeah, the British just kind of take more here, you know, yeah, they're going to take that. British are also going to take some of Pakistan and stuff and unite India once more into Pakistan. We're going to get the British a new leader as well because they've been kind of slow with this conquest stuff. Jungle Explorer is their new leader. Oh my goodness, stop with the splits. No, I did not mean to do that. Okay. Union. The British are going to unite. They're going to get Pakistan united into their empire there as well. And they're going to expand and take that thing I accidentally made. The British are going to take Sri Lanka as well. And they're going to get, again, they're just going to keep getting more of Africa. Just more and more of Africa. Maybe even touch 6-7 up here a little bit. Yeah. Small split. No, it's still not time yet. What about the USA? Let's see what the USA is up to. Split? Nah. USA's too good for this split. They love freedom too much. They love freedom too much, guys. They love freedom too much. Union. Oh, imagine if the USA united with Britain. The United States and Britain have now united into the biggest and greatest nation on the planet. They're going to build a castle right here. We're going to get New York City. I think it's about here. New York City. The greatest, well, it's gonna soon be a better city. It's gonna be a very good city very soon. They still love freedom religion. They've spread freedom throughout the world. Now they need to conquer the Middle East and Persia, because why not? They need to get that oil, and they need to spread freedom, guys. That's what they need to do. They need to take Saudi Arabia from they need to take Saudi Arabia from the Turkish new nation. All right. Okay. We're going to have Chad. We're going to make Chad. That is an actual country, I'm fairly certain. Yeah. Nation of Chad. Giga Chad. It's going to have a jawline. I don't know. I don't know what I'm drawing. The nation of Chad is out here. They're not having a small split. They just began okay, never mind. Chad, we got Chad, and we got Soy Boy NPC. I don't know. We got the Sigma and the Beta out here. Chad's gonna take over the lake again. Woo! Okay, Chad, what are you gonna do, Chad? Chad's okay. There is no more Soy Boy, only Chad. Sudan is still out here fighting after all these years of being alive. I think they're just going to take Ethiopia. Ethiopia split off so long ago, but because the USA is here, they're just like, nah. But the USA doesn't care. They're taking Ethiopia. They're taking the oil reserves. The USA is now the greatest country. They have won. They've taken Last Stand Stronghold. Or with the Sigma, bruh. They've taken Aryamath. The Ottomans are no longer, the Turkey is no longer even in Anatolia. They don't even have any of their old place anymore, their old territory. The Crusades are still ongoing as well. For the last couple hundred years, we've had the Crusades going on. And Catholicism is still spreading into Fortnite and everywhere. They're still trying to spread Catholicism everywhere they go, taking all the pagans with them. They're even moving into the old Persian lands that have been split in half from Iran. They're taking Iran, the Catholics. I think the USA, because the USA and Britain combined, the USA is more willing to work with the Holy Roman Empire than the original British were as well. The USA likes the Holy Roman Empire more than the British. Let's make Berlin out here, because, you know, we've got Germany, need that German representation. Oh, I probably should have done Rome. It's the Holy Roman Empire, and I didn't even do Rome. Union, Holy Roman Empire is going to unite with the rest of the Turks. They're just going to conquer them. They're going to do religious conquering. They've taken over the Turkish land. Wait a minute. The true cult of Turkey is in Qatar. I didn't even realize. Qatar still follows the true cult of Turkey. That is crazy. And they're also just going to take some of Iran and the rest of this Persian area. But I think the Crusades are going to move into Qatar. The Crusades will just move into Qatar because they're like, nah, fam. Nah, fam. Bruh. The Crusades are taking over Qatar because they're the last of the cults. And there's no more Qatar now. The Crusades have taken over. The USA is now here to adopt Catholicism. Catholicism has spread. The USA does like freedom a lot, but they kind of like, they like the Holy Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Empire lets them basically conquer everything and keep the oil. Actually, no. The USA becomes Catholic. They like Catholicism, right? And they like the Holy Roman Empire, but they also found out that if they get to... They're allowed to conquer everyone as long as they do some kind of faith spreading. So they were like, you know what? We'll spread the faith as long as you don't mind us conquering all of the Middle East. And the Holy Roman Empire's like, do your thing, bro. Conquer, and we'll spread the religion as long as you're cool with that. And everybody was like, chill. And thus the world was happy. I don't know. Bruh. Sigma $. I don't know what I'm drawing. Union, Sigma, and Chad have now united into one big Sigma class. Alpha male. Yeah. He's flexing. Look at that, guys. He's flexing. He's got to have giant legs. Okay, never mind. Chad is going to become Catholic. Let's go. Catholicism has spread so much in this world. So we got Chad. Sigma, you need to have legs. You need to do leg day. Build a castle. The castle will be right here. Giga Chad. This Sigma is a Giga Chad as well. Bruh. Bro did not skip leg day. Well, he won't pretty soon. There we go. Now bro did not skip leg day. Madagascar. We've got to have the penguins in Madagascar. Penguins in Madagascar have now taken over the island, and yep. Got King Julian! We've got King Julian out here. Alright, USA. What's the USA doing? No! Yeah, the USA is just too awesome to not... Nah, USA's not going to split. They're just too epic. And they're going to unite instead with Chad, because the USA is so Chad, it just became Chad. There's no more Giga Chad, only United States of America. Let's see if we could get the United States to okay, United States is also finding a religion. We're going to give them back freedom. They want to do freedom. They want that oil. Chad and the United States are becoming one. And they're also just taking all of Persia and the Middle East. 6-7 out here. Dang, the USA's even taken some parts of Russia and stuff. That's crazy, fam. That's crazy, chat. I forgot we had Greenland. We also have Canada, just so the USA can take it over. I'm not even joking. Just so the USA can take over Canada, we're going to have Canada. And they're going to have this little chunk that the British used to have. It's like a former British Canada. No small splits. USA is too goated for splitting up. New nation. You just do Alaska. Alaska's its own country now. They're just chilling out here. They're like the Siberian people. They're like some of the leftover Siberian people or something. I have no idea. Build a castle. USA's getting another castle. We're gonna make Orlando, Florida right here. Actually, no, we're making Disney World. What's more iconic than Orlando is Disney World. It's just it's just too epic. It's too good not to have. And I forgot the US should be probably expanding more westward. We gotta have all those random states no one remembers the names of out here. Adopt a religion. They are still the religion of freedom. They are freedom-loving patriots. Yeehaw! They are freedom-loving patriots. Yep, there we go. West Coast. We got California now. Let's go. Baja Peninsula is also going to the USA. This is the biggest Giga Chad USA ever. They have, like, the entire world at their disposal. But we're also going to get Colombia for no reason. For no good reason. Just because why not? Bruh. USA is getting bigger. We like large USA, large Marge USA. It's, oh, this is the most Giga Chad USA to ever exist. Building a castle. We're gonna make LA down here somewhere. Free coffee. What the heck, bro? I'm trying to think. Okay. Got a union. Oh my goodness, the USA is going to unite with Canada. Who could have guessed that? USA is now a part of the... USA now owns Canada. Another castle? Las Vegas, baby! Gotta have the gambling capital. The USA is just so powerful in this game. They have, like, all the castles. And the USA is going to unite again. I think the United States should unite with Sudan. After 411 years of existing, Sudan has now fallen to the USA. The USA is just so powerful. It's the most goated place ever. Everybody loves the USA. Colombian coffee beans, comrade. Oh my goodness, bro. I didn't even realize the USA is still the freedom-loving religion. They love freedom so much. They're just so powerful because they love freedom, guys. Everybody loves the freedom that the USA brings. They're gonna take Mexico. They're gonna take up here into these Canadian-type places, and they're gonna eventually get Alaska. They're going to get Alaska. I really don't see a point even making any more new countries. Like, no one even needs to exist anymore. there's just not enough room for new countries, guys. We got the Holy Roman Empire is out here expanding its regions into the Middle East, taking all these freaking fake pagan lands. Dang, small split though. I think Poland's gonna split off from the Holy Roman Empire. They had a good run, but Poland wants to be their own thing. Poland wants to be Poland again and be Poland in happy Warsaw, and Poland just wants to have the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. They have Budapest, they have like Crimea and all of this corner castle. They're not mad at Germany or the OG Holy Roman Empire, but they just kind of want most of this stuff out here. Holy Roman Empire's chill because they get Constantinople still, and then they also get to invade a little bit more of these pagan regions. And 6-7 and Turkmen and all of this stuff. Russia is also they're going to build a castle. Moscow. Moscow is now made. I don't know if that's how you spell it. Isn't it with a C? Wait, am I crazy? I think I'm a little... Moscow. Yeah, there we go. Moscow. There we go. Russia is just chilling out here. Small split? No, I don't think so. The USA is too awesome, so I don't know. USA's getting out here to Alaska and stuff. Yeah, they're just going to take this random Alaska place I made. Found a religion. They still have the religion of freedom, baby. They keep redefining it, and every couple of years. Okay, the game is now crashed again, I think. Oh, there we go. Never mind. I fixed it. I fixed the card problem. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there, though, guys. This is an hour and 46 minutes of me sitting here, combinations. But I do like this game. This is fun. So, here is our world now. We have lost all of our OG nations. There's no more Egypt. There's no more Sudan. No more Turkey. No more OGs. We've got Tibet with leader Olaf. Korea. You got Japan. Siberian wasteland out here. Vietnam. The USA has taken over like almost the entire world pretty much. They're better than the British Empire. If we check our origin mode now, so the USA kind of took over so many places. Even 6-7 became origin of the USA. A lot of places have changed their origins with the merger, with all the various mergers. We even have like Colombia out here. Oh dang! I just realized there's no more the OGs. They're all gone. Yeah, no one has the OG. So what is the oldest place now? Is it China? No, Japan would be older. Actually, no, wait. Dang, wait. Japan and China are older. Dang, Japan and China. Wait, so who's the oldest country now? Now I'm curious. So, the oldest country we have, I think, is Japan. Yeah, Japan, 366 years old. They were out here. China and Japan are the two oldest nations. Meanwhile, like, the USA kind of just gentrified everybody else and took over all the old culture. Faith mode, really just a big Catholicism. 6-7 is still... Wait, that's so interesting. That is so oh, because 6-7 is no longer a part of the USA. They have an origin of the USA because they kind of conquered them earlier, and even like the Russians have Siberian origin. But because of the fact that 6-7 eventually became Catholic, they're Catholic, but the USA's freedom religion has also spread a lot throughout the world, as well as the jade of the Chinese and the ninja magic of the Japanese. The Gulag is up there. We've got all these various just castles. We got Vegas and LA and Disney World, New York, and all this crazy stuff out here. And top it all off, the terrain. But yeah, there it is, guys. That was Doodle Empires. That was fun. If you guys want me to play more of this game some other time, let me know. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. Okay. I'm going to save this as world again and delete this save file. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be doing next week for stream. It is Christmas, so I may take a break that week. Maybe the week after we'll come back. Maybe do some kind of Enter the Gungeon or something. But anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed that. That was Doodle Empires. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.